The border standoff, meanwhile, does not look like it'll end in a hurry. Tensions are still running high at the India-China border. The line of actual control is expected to remain active for months to come. And then some more, because as the Prime Minister said, India will not stop border road construction, and China's reactions have not matured. We've seen how jittery China becomes. But let's not meet troubles halfway. Let's focus on what's at hand and put the big developments in perspective. I'll start with the very latest news of some activity along the LAC again. The P.L.A, the Chinese army, is conducting large-scale military exercises. It is said to be testing the firepower of its troops. The images on your screen are from the Tibet Autonomous Region. Dozens of tanks and armed vehicles were seen taking part in drills here. The theatrics have not stopped. On the Indian side too, there's been some movement. The Indian Air Force is moving fighter jets to forward bases. Today it deployed the newly acquired Apache attack helicopters in Ladakh, along with upgraded MiG-29s. Other critical frontline assets like the Sukhoi 30 MKI and the Mirage 2000 and Jaguar fighter jets have also been moved to advanced positions. The outposts are being monitored frequently. Indian forces say that they are fully prepared for any further misadventures. Delhi is putting speculation to rest. For 3 days, there have been unconfirmed reports about Indian soldiers being in Chinese custody, that they were being held hostage by the P.L.A. Today, the Indian Army has set the record straight. It has confirmed that all soldiers involved in the Galwan Valley are now accounted for. None of them missing in action. The Chinese Foreign Ministry too has confirmed this. It has said that currently there are no Indians detained in China. Listen to this.
China and India are currently resolving relevant issues on the ground through dialogue via military and diplomatic channels. As far as I know, currently there are no Indian people detained in China.
Meanwhile, some satellite images have emerged. They reveal the build-up to the violent clash. They show how China swiftly relocated heavy machinery and troops near the site of the face-off. It was a panorama shot. We've divided it into 3 images for better clarity. On your screen now is the first set of images from different dates, as you can see. Look carefully. The first one is from the 9th of June, 6 days before the Galwan clash. The second one from the 16th of June, the day the two sides clashed. There is no visible activity in the image from the 9th of June, but you can see possible debris and machinery at the same spots on the 16th. Let's scroll a bit. Again, no activity in the first image, 9th of June. The route appears to be blocked. In the second image, however, the route has been cleared. You can see the access trail. You can also see some machinery possibly disrupting the flow of water. And the last set of images, again, no activity on the 9th of June. The route appears less accessible. In the second image, however, you can see how the path has been cleared. These are trucks, lots of them. There are structures, probably makeshift camps. What do these images tell you? That China came prepared for a face-off. It altered the landscape to make way for its troops. It widened the tracks to clear the way to make river crossings, and then it decided to paint India as the aggressor. China has always had an advantage here, but India too seems better prepared now for any possible incursion. The Prime Minister of India just said this. Sources also tell us that the Indian Army engineers have completed a 60-meter bridge over the Galwan River, the same bridge which is said to have triggered China's aggression. It's now complete, and it will consolidate India's hold of the sensitive sector. It will allow Indian infantry to not only swiftly move across the river, but also protect a strategic road, the road from Darbuk to Daulat Beg Oldi. It's a 255-kilometer long road, very important, and now it's secure. Back in Delhi, as we said, the government does not want to take any chances. Not only has it decided to reinforce the borders, it is also getting all political parties on board. The Prime Minister chaired that virtual all-party meeting today, attended by the opposition, the leaders of various political parties from across the country. Almost all of them supported the government's response to China, except the Communist parties, which reportedly refused to criticize China, and the Congress party, which held the government responsible for the loss of lives. Some questions were also raised, like when did the government find out about the transgressions? Did the intel not report unusual activity? What is the status at the border right now? Some said that an all-party meeting should have been called much earlier. But politics aside, here's the thing. The tensions are still high. Another face-off cannot be ruled out. Sources say frequent face-offs do not necessarily mean intelligence failure or bad relations. They mean a better ability to monitor, detect and respond to P.L.A. activities. Much like what the Prime Minister of India has said in his address, India has fast-tracked road development at the border in recent years. In 2014, the government passed an order that allowed the BRO, the Border Roads Organization, to construct infrastructure within 100 kilometers of the LAC without seeking repeated clearances. This has resulted in better connectivity for Indian forces. The government says India will continue to build roads, and that upsets China.